Hello and welcome to another crossword solve. Today is Saturday, November the 25th, and this time round we're going to be looking at a crossword published in the Financial Times. This was last Saturday's prize crossword by a setter known as Rosa Klebb. Apart from being one of the Bond villains in James Bond, Rosa Klebb also sets as Arachne in The Guardian. So let's have a look. It will be interesting to see how some of the styles, perhaps between the clues in this publication and The Guardian, differ. So, one across. Expression when audibly kissed. 6 letters. Well, audibly kissed suggests we're looking for a word that, when said, could be interpreted as kissed, but is spelled differently. So perhaps the definition is therefore expression. Not certain just yet what that might be. 4 class. Emphatically wearing suit. Suit here could be a reference to a deck of cards. Presumably then the definition is emphatically. Yes, okay. So if something is said to be in spades, then there is plenty of it. And in is wearing and suit is spades. 8 down. Get lost around middle of Bournemouth and cry. Well, the middle of Bournemouth is the letter E, and Bournemouth, in case anyone here isn't aware, it's now a city. It's got a city status actually on the south coast of England, but in this case I'm pretty certain middle of Bournemouth is the letter E. And I suspect the definition is cry, so we're probably looking for something that means get lost. There's an expression here, to scram, which means to run away, to hide, to get lost. So scram plus an E gives us scream, which is cry. 7 down. Decide to drop bombshell and head off. Head off might just mean remove the first letter, hence the definition is possibly decide, but I doubt it in this case. I'll come back to him. 6 down. Assistant to tourist holding rough analgesic. Assistant is a PA. An inker is a tattooist. Oh, yes, okay. And rough is ill, so painkiller is an analgesic. 11 across. Good. Babies sparkle. Definition sparkle. Okay, yes. G is an abbreviation for good, and if a cat has kittens, it's a litter, so babies as a collective noun. 5 down. Understanding hard liquors, brought up for tot at bedtime. I know what I want it to be. Nightcap is a drink or a tot that one would have at bedtime. Why would it be nightcap? Oh, okay. So understanding is pact, P-A-C-T, backwards. So we've got pact for understanding. And we've got H for hard and gin for liquor. Well, in the American sense, anyway. 16. Hammer. Rebellious ex-Home Secretary following ultimate in careerism. The ultimate in careerism is the letter M. I think here possibly rebellious is an indicator for a reversal. The definition here is hammer, but not in the sense of a tool. In one's ear, there is something called the malleus. But more importantly than that, if one writes this in, recently here our Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, thankfully resigned, but indeed that's her name going backwards with the M at the beginning for this M here. 13 across. 1,000 men invading another rogue state. That wants to be North Korea. K is 1,000. Or is men. OR is in other ranks. And I'm guessing the letters of another, where rogue is an anagram indicator, makes sense. The definition is therefore just state. Okay. Decide to drop bombshell and head off. Oh, drop bombshell is quite nice. So if you decide something, you determine it. But if you drop the bombshell, or indeed the word mine from determine, and you're left with the word deter, which does mean head off, as in you deter someone from doing something, you've headed them off, so to speak. Whoops. 9 down. Bone. After tea is dog's dinner. Well, a dog's dinner is typically a mess. Chaos. OS is bone and char is tea, as in tea that one drinks. 10 across. Greedy flesh is wobbly. Well, definition must be greedy. Flesh is wobbly. Wobbly is very much an anagram indicator. And with the H being where it is so far, as part of our answer, that looks sensible. Flesh is anagramized, would give us selfish, which is greedy. Okay, 3 down. Husband arrested by cops and admonished. Admonished, chid, chide, or chided, which is the version I'm more familiar with, but chid, unfortunately, is a valid word for admonished, and the way that works is CID, or the Criminal Investigation Department, are policeman with H for husband inside of it, i.e. arrested by. On a cross again. Expression when audibly kissed. Still none the wiser. 2 down. Mate regularly ran East Torbay's old wrestling school. Torbay's in Devon. Don't think that means anything necessarily. Old wrestling school is probably the definition. And regularly ran East Torbay's might just mean the alternate letters inside of this or some of this. One's pal is one's mate, and yeah, so I think this is right. So palestra or palestra is I think where Roman athletes would go to train on something like that. But if we take pal, meaning mate, and instruct that the regular letters from this are to be looked at, then AESTRA can be seen here by going AESTRA. So I suspect that that's valid. Let's confirm with 12, hopefully. Coward, perhaps. Well, that's Noel Coward already, I can tell. Why is that? Heartless man of jelly. Oh, Nobel. Yes, okay. So that's Noel. Let's have a look at one down, actually. Libertine. Bathes in liqueur. Note the difference actually between liqueur here and liquor here. They are different. Libertine. Libertine could be an anagram indicator of bathes in, hence we're looking for a liqueur. Absinthe would fit, therefore. Okay, that does support. 2 down. What's one across? Expression. Oh, as, so the definition is expression. So aspect is an expression. And as is when, and pecked is a homophone, P-E-C-T, of kissed, which is otherwise spelt P-E-C-K-E-D, but not today. 15 across. Oh, Spooner's kindergarten jacuzzi. Spoonerisms. Kindergarten jacuzzi. I know what I want it to be. The jacuzzi in this case is a hot tub, and because it's a spoonerism, we have to swap the first letters around. So a tot hub could be described as kindergarten, I suppose, but indeed, put the other way around, a hot tub is a jacuzzi. 20 across. Striking about introduction of agreement with corporation. Striking. I think introduction of agreement is probably this letter A. So we're probably looking for a word that means striking, and the definition may well be corporation. Corporation is one's stomach sometimes, or tummy. can't quite see what this is meant to be just yet. Let's try 14 down with a U, second letter. Aggressive little dog mauling a cousin. Okay, so I think we're meant to be using the letters of a cousin, where mauling is an indication of that, because it's being eaten, it's being ripped apart. And I think we're looking for a 3-letter dog, because a cousin gives us 7 letters already. So the definition here must be aggressive. Oh, pugnacious would fit, therefore. So a pug is a little dog plus the letters of a cousin gives us that. Oh yes, agreement with corporation is, so if something's paunchy, it's with corporation, as in a stomach, a belly, and so striking is punchy with the A from introduction of agreement. Okay, 21 across. Direct road in Japanese city. Send is direct, and road is, well, at least in this country, but also elsewhere, A1. And Sendai is a Japanese city. 24 across. Playing cellos when appropriate. 4-6. Okay, anagram of cellos when, most likely, where playing is the anagram indicator. So we're looking for a definition that means appropriate or appropriate as a verb. Well chosen would fit here, though. I want to have a look at 22 down. Insists some chaps wear skirts. Some chaps wear could so some here is an embed indicator usually for me. Oh yes, if you swear by something, you insist on it, you stand by it, you recommend it. Okay, 23 down. Time every lecture. Definition is lecture. T for time, and each is every. 25 down. Ghastly, lout, oddly freed. Okay, so lout oddly is LU, and rid is freed, and ghastly and lurid mean approximately the same thing. 28 across. Theoretical state after 100th day of most years. This wants to be not too sure actually on that one. 18 down. Speculate in article on old mutiny. Yes, speculate. Theorize is to speculate. The way that works is the is article, the indefinite article in this case actually. O is old, and if something is on the rise, it could be said to be mutinous, or indeed mutiny. 30 across. Duck, wings and neck the wrong way round. Duck. Sidestep for duck. I was thinking of cricket because that's quite a common reference in Cryptic Crosswords, the word duck, but not here. So it's actually the definition. So sides is wings, and yeah, pet backwards. So necking is petting, as in kissing, except it's reversed. Let's have another look at 28. Theoretical. State after 100th day of most years. Definition must be theoretical. A priori is theoretical. Oh, this is really clever, actually. So I'm guessing, if I were to count it, although I shan't do, that the 100th day in the calendar year is probably around about April. APR is an abbreviation for April. And 10, or IO. And state, well, can mean anything, but RI must be a state in America. I'm presuming it's Rhode Island. But there you go. That's how that works. And it's state after because that's telling us the order that these bits have to be assembled. 29 across. Conservative Nana trapped in male's body. Not sure. 17 down. Stripped clothes off. Sundry messy beds. Okay. This is quite nice, actually. This is an instruction. So the definition is actually stripped. And clothes off means to take the beginning and last letter off of sundry messy beds, and what you're left with in the middle is undressed rather, which is quite nice. 26. Articulate offspring. Give up. Okay, articulate here is a homophone indicator. Give up is to seed, spelled C-E-D-E. However, offspring is seed, S-E-E-D. I'm presuming that it's this spelling. Try and check with 19 down, actually. Because it could be either, but I'm pretty certain it's that form that we're looking for, because it's, I think the definition is actually give up. Church welcomes cool bridge player and film buff. So bridge players are given cardinal or names of cardinal points on the compass, north, east, south, and west. And they're typically abbreviated NSEW, but not always. However, church is often always CE. Welcomes tells me that actually C and E are probably around the outside. Welcome's cool. Well, if something's in, it's cool. And our bridge player, well, I just said it actually, it was East. And cineast is somebody who is knowledgeable about films. 31 across, small fly speck. Oh, yes, okay. So the definition here is a speck, S for small, and a midge is a fly, and a smidge is a speck of something. Oh, okay. Body is a chassis, as in a car body. C for conservative. Ass is actually Nana. And it's oops, I've actually mistyped that. That's better. And it's his for males. 27. Kindly remove animal from war room. Okay, that wants to be warm. I must have mistyped some of these. I'll come back and have a look in just a second. Let's have a quick look. Just check I've not missed anything. Here we are, yes. Deter is misspelled. There we go. Well, I thought that was a pretty good crossword actually, and as Rosa Klebb here compared to Arachne in The Guardian, I find that because The Guardian is a little looser in terms of topics and subject matter, there's less humorous clues here, but overall, nonetheless, a really good crossword, and I think some really good examples of some good constructs that one typically finds in some of these clues. For instance, the spoonerism in 15, the removal of the first and last letters for close off was a good one. There was the other clue where you had to go with alternate letters. I think that was 2 down. Yeah. So all in all, really good crossword. And should you see Rosa Klebb's name come up in other crosswords, do give it a try for yourself, because I think that would be a really good thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.